High School Athletic Association welcomes you to Dock Fieldhouse for tonight's regional game in the 1997 Class D Girls Basketball Tournament. Educational athletics teaches lifetime values, but it all goes for naught if spectators, particularly parents and young adults, don't participate in the learning process. Good sports are winners because they know that sportsmanship begins at home. And now, let's meet the starting lineups for this evening's game between the Gladiators of Ontonagon. Ontonagon at forward, number 23, 5'6", Megan Wiesinger. For Forest Park at forward, number 40, 5'10", Julie Avila. For Ontonagon at center, number 53, 5'9", Anna Ryan.
On their press tonight, and if they can get that going, it could be a rout. I'm not going to say it's going to be, but Forest Park has a good chance with such Demi Dimitrovic out. Forest Park has a chance to take this big.
Again, we mentioned at the top of our show the leading scorer and the leading rebounder all in the same package. Debbie Dimitrovic, injuring her knee at Baraga in the district championship game last week, will not play. She is on the bench to lend her team moral support, but the other players will have to suck it up, and as Jerry Hodela told us, they are 19-1 on the year. They expect to win. They are a winning team. They look to go. So we are set to tip off, folks. The Trojans will go from my right to my left. They are wearing their black jerseys, travel jerseys, red numerals, white trim. We sit in the middle of press row right at the center court line. We've got a great view and hope you will get one too. The tip is controlled by Jolene Anderson into the front court to Jackie Stewart. Jackie tips over to Nikki Williams. The Trojans did not score like they usually do. Down in Nicole Johnson in the corner, back to Jackie Stewart, top of the key. Ontonagon will open up with a 2-1-2 press. And a zone, down low to Julie Hodela. She fires a shot up off the window, no good. Rebound is pulled down by Megan Wiesinger. And then coming back on the dribble, loses it out of bounds. She tried to hit Bellman. It'll be Trojan basketball on the far side across the way from me. Again, Trojans going right to left on your radio dial. Steve Plow and Brendan Plow here to bring you all the action tonight. Jolene Anderson down the lane, goes up for the shot. She's blocked and will draw the first foul of the night. The officials for tonight's ball game are Paulie Jandrin and Fran Pudgy LaHillier. The foul goes against number 53, Anna Ryan. She is the big girl for Ontonagon, and that's going to be trouble for them because they have nobody else of any size at all. Jolene Anderson could have a field day, Brendan.
Well, Julie and Jolene starting off in the post. The Trojans going to work into them once Ontonagon starts to collapse their zone, they will be kicked out for the three-point shooter as Jolene hits her first free throw.
First point of the game goes to the Trojans, and the second free throw is on the way. Bounces off the iron, and Jolene gets the soft touch roll. It goes through, and it's 2-0 Forest Park. Forest Park now with full court pressure. Amber Veldman on the dribble, left-handed, comes down the paint, and the ball, dark uniforms for both teams. It's hard to pick out. Goes into the corner for Wiesinger. Her shot no good. Veldman from the free throw line jumper no good. Rebound tapped around, pulled on by Veldman again. Veldman in the paint, puts up a shot, gets her own rebound off the baseline, goes out of bounds. Wiesinger can't save. Maroon and gold is the color of the Gladiator uniform, and they are dark maroon. Forest Park with their black uniform, so both teams with dark on the floor. We may see some mix-up on passes at some point in this game. Pressure in the backcourt. The Trojans get the ball to Jackie Stewart. Across the timeline, Jackie 2-on-3 goes down the lane. Layup no good. She threw it up there. Gina White with the rebound coming back the other way quickly. White's a short one. She's only 5'4", but a senior on the floor. Now gets to Veldman. Veldman being chased by Jackie Stewart and Nikki Williams. Over to Veldman, back to Gina White, top of the key, jumper no good, rebound Julie Hodela. Julie off quickly to Jackie Stewart. The Trojans lead 2-0. We are just underway from Hitchcock Fieldhouse. First quarter action, semifinal regional play. Nicole Johnson down to Jackie in the corner, 14-footer, no good. Rebound in the paint, goes to Nicole Johnson, and Johnson left-hand layup. She misses it, and rebound fought for and comes out of there, Gina White for Ontonagon. Ontonagon back the other way. The Trojans missed the presence of Jolene Anderson that time in the paint. Coming quickly up into the front court, Michelle Schmaz. Schmaz out to Veldman, top of the key to White to Schmaz in the corner. She'll fake the three-pointer, pull it back to White, and Ontonagon will move the ball around the perimeter. Veldman, jumper, free throw line, good. We are tied at 2. 2 minutes gone by. In the backcourt, pressure by Ontonagon. Full court pressure. They come up to Nikki Williams, and here's a steal by Michelle Schmaz. And a steal right back by Stewart, back by Anna Ryan. And now the ball loose on the floor, finally picked up by Nikki Williams. She's got Jackie breaking down the right-hand side, chased by White. Jackie goes up for the layup and hits it. 4-2 Trojans. Forest Park hasn't seen aggressive pressure like that since Kearney early in the season.
Well, that's a very good point. It looked like Julie really didn't know what to do on that, and she had to pull it up and now threw an ill-advised pass.
There's a steal by Jolene Anderson. Took it right out of the hands of Schmalz, and hands off now to Jackie Stewart, back the other way off to my left. Stewart will set at the top of the key. Looks to Nicole Johnson, left wing. Jackie will attack in a 1-3-1 offense as they're facing a 2-1-2 zone. Defense by Ontonagon. The ball tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Gladiators. And Julie Hodela will inbound from the far sideline. Julie looking to pull the trigger. Brings it out Jackie, top of the key. Back to Julie, baseline. They look into Jolene. And now the pass comes from Stewart down to Jolene. Kicks back out to Nikki Williams. First three on the night. On the way, no good. Rebound is Schmalz. Michelle in the backcourt feeds off Amber Veldman. Veldman, double team by the Trojans. Still on the dribble. Gets it up over the timeline to Gina White. White challenges Anderson, kicks it back to White. And the shot no good. Rebound. Hodela had it stolen out of her hands by Wiesinger. Now to Veldman. Back to Wiesinger. Back to Veldman. Veldman to Anna Ryan down in the corner. Schmaz. She tries to drive baseline. Is called for a travel. She took a step first.
Well, Forest Park Trojans getting out-rebound both on the offensive and defensive end. Julie averaging nearly 8 and Jolene 7. And Julie had that one taken away from her.
We can expect an adrenaline rush, Brennan, I think, from the Gladiators. They've got to prove they can play without their star, Dimitrovic. But the Trojans, an experienced team. Here's a pass coming down the court. Hodela picked off, but controlled by Williams. Goes to Nicole Johnson for three. Left corner, no good. Rebound. Wiesinger, and she's fouled from behind by Julie Hodela. We will have a timeout on the floor. The Trojans lead 4-2. We'll be back after this.
Sit, go quick.
Timeout. Dick Franti calling that timeout. We're at the 4-minute and 19-second mark here in the first quarter of action. The Gladiators still with only 2 points on the board, but he's got to be pleased because the Trojans only have 4 points. Ontonagon getting set to inbound now. The Trojans will set up in their full court press. 2-2-1 pressure by the Trojans. Schmalz looking for help. Finally comes into Veldman, top of the key. Veldman on the dribble. Has the ball tipped from behind by Johnson, but there to control is Anna Ryan in the front court for the Gladiators.
And you can always tell when a coach has worked on practice against the Forest Park pressure, and Franti's done a good job.
Pass comes into Anna Ryan in the paint. She turns, fires over Jolene Anderson. We're tied at 4. Pass up court quickly to Nicole Johnson. Johnson's going to drive, now pivot and fire back to Jackie Stewart. Stewart out to Julie Hodla. Julie wants to drive, now swings to Jackie. Jackie had a lane and kicks out instead to Johnson, to Jolene Anderson. Jolene way outside the three-point line. Back to Jackie Stewart, left baseline. They go down low to Julie. Julie in the paint, turns, fires, easy layup. Good. Julie Hodla working the baseline, brought it back into the paint on a spin move and went up for the shot and hit it. Gina White now stops at the timeline, feeds off to Veldman. Veldman switches hands on the dribble, goes back to White. White challenges, goes baseline all the way through the paint, out to Wiesinger, back to White, back to Wiesinger, now to Veldman. Veldman into Anna Ryan. She challenges Anderson. Shot blocked by Jolene, pulled down by Julie Hodla, off to Jackie. Back the other way we come. Trojans lead 6-4, 3 minutes, 13 seconds left here. First quarter action. Stewart into Jolie. She turns, fires, left-hand shot, no good. Rebound, fought for, and there's going to be a foul called against Jolene Anderson as Michelle Schmaus, Brennan, with good position inside. Jolene draws her first foul of the ball game.
Forest Park still doing a good job of working it in, kicking it back out. Forest Park needs to hit a couple of threes before it'll be really opened up for Jolene.
We'll see our first substitute of the night. Lynette Lucas comes in. She wears number 33, a 5'8" senior. Lynette Lucas in the ball game, and Wiesinger comes out. Veldman now on the dribble, double team by Nicole Johnson and Nikki Williams. She gets it across the timeline, loses the dribble, ball loose on the floor, and we'll have a jump ball as Jackie Stewart dives into the pile, gets her hands on it. Possession arrow remains pointed Ontonagon's way, but we'll get the next one. Lycons play the same time tomorrow night, folks. 7 o'clock tip-off, 6:45 the pregame show with Gary Scalcucci, West Iron, and Gwynn tomorrow night. Veldman, top of the key jumper, no good, but in the paint, Schmaus is right there, and she feeds off to Lucas just in the ballgame. Lynette Lucas with the basket. We're tied at 6. Forest Park struggling offensively here early on. 2.5 to go in the first quarter. 6-6 your score. Pass by Julie up court to Jackie. Jackie baseline. Tries to hit Jolene Anderson, but good hustle by Michelle Schmaus. She gets down court quickly, knocks the ball out of bounds. It'll be Trojan basketball. They will inbound off the right left underneath their own basket.
Under pressure, that's what you have to do. You have to have the last person run back and deny the pass, and that's what Schmaus did.
Inbound pass comes to Julie Hodla. She goes up for the shot. In a crowd, no good, and the loose ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jackie Stewart off her foot. Out of bounds right in front of the Ontonagon bench. Dick Fronte on his feet down in front of us. This type of scoring pace, Brennan, will help Ontonagon more than the Trojans. The Trojans have been able to put a lot of points on the board and can run all night long, play an upscale game. Pass kicked back out to Gina White inside the three-point line. Shot no good. Rebound. Anna Ryan back to White. Trojans getting out-rebounded badly here in the first quarter. Still 6-6. White with the basketball, left wing. Now goes to Veldman. Veldman, couple dribbles, is going to come baseline. Feeds into Ryan in the paint. She turns up off the glass. No good. Ball tipped around, and Johnson with the rebound. Nicole tied up. And we'll have a foul called on Anna Ryan as she reached in and got a little bit too much skin. Another substitute coming in now. Erin Dupuis is going to check in for Ontonagon. She's a 5'9 junior. Erin Dupuis will come in, and Anna Ryan will take a seat. She's 5'9 and a senior. That's the second foul on Ryan. Second team foul. Both teams with 2 team fouls. Stewart quickly up court to Nicole Johnson. Johnson on the dribble. Back to Stewart. Over to Nikki Williams, right wing. Ontonagon has extended the zone way out near the three-point arc. So there's got to be some openings, but nobody moving for the Trojans so far. Jackie Stewart now out near center court on the dribble. Lobs over to Nikki Williams. Nikki will drive baseline. Stop, pop, 14, no good. Rebound in the paint and a travel. Gina White got the ball. A rebound by Erin Dupuis. She handed off to White, and White took an extra step coming out of there. So it remains Trojan basketball on the baseline. They'll inbound. Tied at 6 here in the first quarter. Jackie Stewart looking for help. Comes in now to Julie Hodla, right wing. Julie will fire from outside. It's going to be a long two-pointer. They don't give her the three. She had a foot on the line. But a long two-pointer for the Trojans, and it's 8-6. Trojans on top by 2. 1 minute, 15 seconds to go. Gina White now in the front court, tries to drive down the lane. Tipped out of her hands by Nicole Johnson. Good hustle by Nicole. Brennan, now we've got an official timeout. The net is tangled up after Julie's shot.
Julie really got hammered on that shot. It was nice concentration for her to follow through and hit that.
It'll remain Trojan basketball. After Julie's shot, she flipped the net right up there, and the Trojans wanted a fast break. Jerry Hodela talking to Pudgy LaHillier down here saying, hey, I could have had a break on that play. But the Trojans will inbound. 1 minute and 8 seconds to go, first quarter action. Stewart now comes slowly across the timeline. No pressure from Ontonagon. Jackie will go right-hand dribble looking for Nikki. Now to Nicole Johnson, top of the key. Nicole picks up her dribble, goes Julie Hodela left baseline. Julie on the left-hand dribble in the paint, turns, tries to throw it up, and she'll draw the foul. Erin Dupuis with the foul, and Houtala will go to the free throw line, and she will shoot 2. Julie, not the best free throw shooter on the team.
Julie's shooting 60% on the season.
See Megan Wiesinger checking back in. And Gina White will come out now. So Dick Fronte's 3 players into his bench, and he's trying to give all his players a breather and a little bit of advice when they come out to the sideline. Hodela misses the first free throw. That was the first foul on Dupuis, 3rd team foul. Nice sized crowd here tonight, folks, of Trojan and Gladiator fans. There was a good crowd for the early game, too. Most of those people have left, although the Rapid River coaching staff is still in attendance. They're taking notes, as well as the Gaylord St. Mary coaching staff sitting right behind us. Second free throw is good by Julie in the front court quickly. From the corner, a shot it's a 2-pointer. Lynette Lucas hits her second. And now in the backcourt, it's 9-8. Trojans on top. Julie hits Nikki Williams. Nikki on the fly, goes down the lane, left-hand layup, no good. Rebound in the paint. Jolene gets the basket and the fall. And Anderson with the basket makes it 11-8. She'll be at the free throw line. We'll wait till the official indicates. It's going to go against Lynette Lucas, number 33. Jolene will be at the free throw line to try to convert the 3-point play. And the first Trojan sub of the night will come in. Jenny Hagelin will check in for Jerry Hodela. She's a 5'6" junior. And now Tricia Nyland also will come in. Tricia's a 5'5" junior. And Nikki Williams will check out of the ball game and get a break. Also entering the ball game, Schmaus comes back in. Michelle Schmaus for Ontonagon. Anderson at the free throw line. Shot makes it over the front of the iron and good. 12-8. Forest Park with a 4-point lead. Veldman against pressure. Now fires it up in the front court to Wiesinger. She's going to challenge Anderson. Shot blocked by Jolene. She's really come along, Brennan, the last 3 games with her shot blocking.
She's done a great job of avoiding the foul, just getting the hand up and getting the ball.
Here's Jackie Stewart now to Julie Hodela. 5 seconds to go. Julie over to Jenny. Now to Tricia with 2-1, and they throw it up. Forest Park does not get a shot off. Julie, when she had the ball with 5 seconds to go, should have controlled it.
Well, Julie had a chance to pull it back out. Forest Park leading 12-8. Start of the second quarter. Back after this.
Well, to start the second quarter of play here from Hedgecock Fieldhouse, the Trojans will have the basketball. Again, they will go from my right to my left as you look at your radio dial. Those of you joining us late, maybe. And the Trojans play with the lead, 12-8, against a stubborn and determined Ontonagon Gladiator squad. Here's a pass from Jenny Hagelin into the paint, picked off by Wiesinger. She's on the dribble, across the timeline, feeds over to Amber Veldman. Veldman to Gina White. Back to Veldman, top of the key. She's going to drive into paint, loses the handle on it, and Jolene Anderson comes up with the loose ball. Now Jolene will dribble out of trouble and feed over to Jenny. Jenny feeds off to Jackie Stewart. Stewart up to Nikki Williams. Back to Jenny Hagelin. And Jenny will go into Jolene. Jolene is going to be fouled before she gets the shot off. That's got to be the Trojan strategy, Brendan. Jolene, the biggest person on the court by 6 inches. They've got to try to hit her in the paint.
What obviously is, and Coach Franti knows that he's doubling, tripling Jolene. The player's just a little bit late getting in there from the top.
Erin Dupuis picks up her second foul. That's the 5th team foul. The inbound pass comes to Julie Hodela. Her shot is short. Rebound, Gina White. Now Gina picks up her dribble. Now to Schmaus. They hit Veldman across the timeline. Swings over to Wiesinger. Wiesinger will take the long 2-pointer off the iron. No good. Rebound, Julie. Houtala with the rebound. Pulls it down and heads across the center court line. Ontonagon has dropped off some of that pressure, although they will press after made baskets. Here's a pass. Hagelin down. Julie Hodela down the lane. Julie hits the left-hand layup. Up and good. And it's 14-8. Ontonagon will take a full timeout, folks. The Trojans lead by 6. Back in 60 seconds.
The Alpha Crystal is number 1.
Back to live action here in Marquette's NMU Fieldhouse. Inbound comes to Veldman. She'll feed back to Schmaz, and Schmaz will bring it across the timeline, dribble through the Trojan press, and Julie Hudla breaks down court quickly, tips the ball out of bounds. Good hustle by Julie Brennan again to get back.
Well, as I said before, that's the main point. The person that traps has to get back, and Julie did a good job of that time. If she doesn't, it's an easy layup.
Schmaz inbounds to Gina White off her leg, but now she controls on the dribble. Outside the three-point line, back to Schmaz. They throw it up to Veldman. Veldman, top of the key, will now dribble, swing over to Lucas, back to Veldman. Veldman down in the paint, and we've got a call travel against Amber Veldman. She had to hesitate just a second on that pass. Now Ontonagon will put on the full court pressure again. Hodla inbounds to Jackie Stewart. Jackie's going to take it on her own, on the dribble. Double team now lobs over the top of the trap to Jenny Hagelin, down low to Jolene. Jolene waits on a nice feed from Jenny Hagelin. Jolene misses the easy layup, but hustles and gets her own rebound now, top of the key to Julie Hodla. Boy, it's a great pass by Jenny Brennan, a good fake by Jolene. Now she comes down the lane, fires up a shot. Anderson will be fouled again. And Jolene Anderson, Ontonagon really no answer to that. When Jolene is in the paint like that, she's going to go strong.
Well, Coach Francie doing a good job of substituting frequently, making sure players are fresh and able to work on that zone.
That foul goes against Michelle Schmaz. That's her first, but that's the sixth team foul against Ontonagon. Anderson back at the free throw line to shoot two, and Jolene hits the first one. And talking about free throw percentage, Jolene, one of the better free throw shooters on the Forest Park Trojan team, Brendan.
Jolene shooting close to 70% of the season.
Well, she misses the second one. We jinxed her that time, but Forest Park with a 7-point lead right now. And this is about the time of the game when the Trojans took off on Kearney, and they got a little bit of a run. 15-8 right now. 2 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Driving down the lane, Schmaus hits a runner. Michelle Schmaus with the shot. Pass up court to Nikki Williams. Now back the other way we come. 15-10. One of the big difference in tonight's ball game and last Friday's, Brennan, Forest Park with no three-pointers as of yet. Nikki Williams over to Jenny Hagelin. Jenny for a three. That's off the glass. I'm sure she planned it that way, but count it, folks. 18-10. Jenny Hagelin hits the first three of the night just when I asked for it. Now Wiesinger, almost a steal by Jackie Stewart. The official got in her way. Jackie almost could have tracked that one down, but she tips it out of bounds. Off to my left in front of the Ontonagon Gladiator bench. We'll see Veldman come back in. She obviously the key ball handler on this team, Brendan.
Well, obviously, she's handled the pressure very well so far. She's had to be the main source on defense, trapping up on that zone, and she's done a good job of dribbling through the pressure.
And she can dribble with both hands. Comes up court with the left hand, now feeds off to Wiesinger, back to Schmaus, top of the key. Schmaus, ball tipped by Gina White, back to Veldman. Veldman down to Schmaus, over to White, to Veldman. They do a good job of moving the ball around the perimeter. Ontonagon shot three, no good. Rebound, Hodla. Julie's got Nikki breaking down the court. Didn't see her. Now Julie will bring the dribble up on her own. Across the center court line. Ontonagon remains in this 2-1-2 zone. On the wing to Nikki Williams. The Trojans will look for Jolene Anderson. And here's a steal. Slow pass by Nikki is stolen by Veldman down the lane. And Jenny Hagelin drives her into the end zone. Shot is no good, and Veldman will have to earn it from the free throw stripe. Jenny Hagelin did about all she could.
Well, it was a good foul by Jenny. She's not going to be playing the whole game. She knew she had one to give. So smart play by hustling back.
She actually has 5 to give, if you want to count it, Brendan. Going to the free throw line will be Veldman. And she will shoot 2. First one's on the way, and that one is good by Amber Veldman. That makes the score 18-11. All 3 generations of the Plowboys working today, Brennan. You and I here, and thank Grandpa working at the store today to let me get off early and come up here. First Lieutenant John Plow filling in. Folks, we're shopping today, probably got good bargain. Second free throw also good. Now the Trojans in the front court, and here's a foul against Gina White as she tries to steal a ball from Jackie Stewart. 18-12 is your score with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the first half of action from NMU's Hedgecock Fieldhouse. And the Trojans, as we said, in the 1-on-1 situation, so that can bonus situation can benefit them the rest of this half. Still only 3 team fouls against Forest Park.
Forest Park has done a good job of rebounding, not going over the back like they have done in the past.
First free throw by Stewart is good. And Jackie will get one more. Jackie, one of the most committed of the Lady Trojans. When we've talked to the girls, Brennan, and done some interviews, Jackie has a real goal in her mind, and she plans on playing 5 more games counting tonight. Second free throw is also good. 20-12. Trojans on top by 8. Pass down court to Dupuis. Her shot off the glass, no good. Rebound is last touch by Julie Hautala.
That was a real nice play by Jolene Anderson. She ran up, acted like she was going to jump, but threw the ball player off of her stride and forced her to miss the layup.
Missed the layup, and Jolene did not pick up a foul then. Inbound pass comes to Veldman. Veldman jumper blocked by Anderson, and out to Nikki Williams. Williams going one-on-one against Gina White. Will go coast to coast. Layup 2 off the glass and good. Almost too strong, but Williams hits it. Trojans with a 10-point lead for the first time tonight. 22-12.
Forest Park will hit a couple of quick buckets. Before you know it, you're down 10, and Coach Ferrante's going to need a substitution or timeout quickly.
He's already used 2 of his timeouts here in the first half, trying to control the Trojans. He doesn't want them to go on a run. Veldman now to Gina White. Back to Veldman. Almost tipped by Hagelin. Veldman in the corner to Wiesinger. Long 2-pointer on the way. Air ball pulled down by Jackie Stewart. Stewart, left-handed dribble up into the front court. We're going to see a couple subs coming in for Ontonagon. Now to Julie Hautala. Julie's at the top of the key. Picked up by Veldman there. Over to Jackie, over to Jenny Hagelin. The Trojans down low to Julie. Julie off the glass. No good. It's spun in and out of the basket. Rebound Wiesinger. Now to Gina White. White over to Veldman, and the Trojans will drop back their pressure. Veldman pass to White. Back to Veldman. She goes into lane off the glass, running one-hander. No good. Rebound Jackie Stewart, and there's a foul on the play, and this one will go against Amber Veldman. Jackie Stewart will go back to the free throw line to shoot the front end of the bonus situation, and Veldman picks up the fall. We're going to see 5 substitutes coming in the game, Brennan. Tricia Nyland and Nicole Johnson back in for the Trojans, and then Anna Ryan, Lynette Lucas, and who else is new out there for number 31, Kristina Pattison in the ballgame for the first time tonight. Now Jen Lotto checking in for Forest Park too, and Jolene Anderson will check out. Jen Lotto, a 5'9" junior. Got a lot of playing time early in the first half of the season. Stewart at the free throw line. First one is on the way. That one way off. Jackie, boy, I think she did that with one eye closed.
I think Jack got a little bit too excited.
Pass down to Ryan. Over her hands, and great hustle by Jen Lotto. She picks up the loose ball, feeds off to Nicole Johnson, and back we come the other way. Jackie Stewart on the dribble, and Jackie has it stolen from behind, and the ball kicked around and finally picked up by Wiesinger. Jackie, uncharacteristic, Brennan, that's like her. She's the leading assist performer for the Trojans, boys or girls. She has over 600 career assists now, and normally right on her game. A 4-year starter for Coach Jerry Hautala, has played in every single game. Shot from the corner, no good, but Veldman in the paint for the putback, and Amber Veldman hits the basket. 22-14 right now. Ontonagon keeps on the pressure. Pass comes to Julie Hautala now. Julie looks up court, has got Nicole Johnson in the front court. Nicole now will wait and set the offense. She'll head back to Julie in the back court. Julie will drive down the lane and try to, she's going to be called, well, there's going to be a foul against Ontonagon, and the Ontonagon fans not happy as Julie tried to force the issue, Brennan. Went down the lane. Normally that's the charge.
Sometimes when you're all first team, you get some of the good calls.
Call goes against Anna Ryan, and that's critical for Ontonagon, Brennan. Their big girl picks up her 3rd fall. Also, that's the 9th team fall, still with 2 minutes and 27 seconds to go. We'll see another sub coming in for Ryan. Hautala will be at the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1. I don't think they'll give her the shot. No, but Ryan's going to have to check back out of the game. Coming in is Erin Dupuis, and she's playing with 2 fouls herself. Julie at the line has to make the first to get the second. This one on the way. Good. Perfect. 23-14. Trojans lead by 9. 2:27 to go. The next fall, they will be guaranteed 2 free throws the rest of the way out. Second free throw is also good by Hautala. On the floor, Hautala, Nyland, Jen Lotto, Nicole Johnson, and Jackie Stewart right now. And quickly up court, Wiesinger. Wiesinger feeds back to Lucas. Now to Veldman. Veldman swings corner to Pattison. Back to Veldman. Back to Pattison. Right side, guarded by Nyland. To Veldman. Back to Pattison. In the paint to Dupuis. She turns, fires off the glass. No good. Rebound and pulled down by Lucas. Out to Veldman from the free throw line. Jumper, no good. Rebound kicked around, and Ontonagon all over the boards. Lucas gets the rebound again. Now to Pattison. Out to Veldman. In the corner to Wiesinger. Wiesinger, long jumper, no good. And right there again for the rebound. Oh, bad call here. Pattison gets the rebound, goes up for the putback. Julie Hautala had her hand right on the basketball, but they called the official, LaHillier, blocked out of that play, Brennan, and he called Julie for the foul.
In a short time, Jen Lotto went in. She did a great job defending the post. That's what Forest Park needed to get Jolene a break, and Jen did a great job.
Jolene also back in the game. Nikki Williams. Trojans don't want Ontonagon to go on a run. At the line is Pattison. She will shoot 2. That's the second fall against Julie Hautala. Only the 4th team foul. First free throw is good. 24-15. The lead back to 9 for the Trojans. 1:47 to go here in the first half of action. Second free throw is on the way. That one rolls around and no good. Rebound. Anderson pulls it down. Off to Nikki Williams. Quickly up court. Trojans looking on the break. Now Nikki will pull it back. Left wing. Over to Julie. At the center of the three-point line. Back to Jackie. Jackie double team. Back to Nicole Johnson now. She's got Nikki on the wing, but they can't get the ball. Nicole too short to get the ball over the Ontonagon players, but down the lane. Jackie Stewart up for the layup. Jackie saw the part opening up there, and she just took it right to the hole.
That's what a good point guard will do. They'll see the opening. Jackie just attacked. She could have dished it off, but decided to take it herself on that one.
Veldman double team, gets it in the front court to Pattison. Back to Veldman. They go in the paint to Dupuis. Back to Pattison. 3 on the way. Good to guard Kristina Pattison. Give her the three-pointer. Nikki Williams now in the front court. Pulls it back. 26-18. Under a minute to go. First half. Stewart on the dribble. Now to Nicole. Nicole for 3 from the corner. No good. Rebound Jolene over Dupuis. Goes up for the shot off the glass. She bangs it home. Jolene Anderson with the putback basket. The lead back to 10. Veldman comes driving through, and Julie Hautala, I think, has just picked up her 3rd foul, and Jerry won't be happy about that one. We'll wait till the official indicates here. No, it's Nicole Johnson. Good thing. Under a minute to go. In fact, 38 seconds to go. If I'm the coach, Brennan, I'd take Julie out right now, but I'm not the coach. You and I sit up here, and Jerry knows what's in his head.
Please trust in Julie enough to know that she won't pick up her 3rd foul. She's playing a little bit safe, but on the offensive side, she provides a lot of boost.
Ontonagon may look for the last shot here. They trail by 10, 28-18. We're under a half minute to go. Dupuis to Pattison. Now she's being guarded. Out to Wiesinger. The ball tipped by Nikki Williams, but still controlled by Wiesinger. And here's a steal by Jackie Stewart. Down, easy layup left hand, and misses it. Jackie Stewart with nobody on her. Missed the easy left hand layup. Veldman back quickly the other way. Throws it to Dupuis. Out to Pattison for 3 from the corner. Good. And Kristina Pattison at the buzzer hits the three-point basket. They give it to her 28-21. And Kristina Pattison, Brennan, has just earned her spot in the starting lineup next year. She comes off the bench, the 9th player on the team, and hits. Second half, we swap into the court. The Trojans now will go from my left to my right when they have the basketball. Ontonagon starts the second half with the ball at midcourt, and Amber Veldman will dribble it across the half-court line. We are underway. The Trojans lead by 7. Veldman brings to Gina White, left side, guarded by Nikki Williams. She's one player totally unguarded out here by the Trojans, Brennan. And here's ball with Veldman, jumper from the free throw line, and Amber Veldman hits it. They left number 11 wide open, and Veldman came into the paint. It's a 5-point game, 28-23. We will see continued pressure by Ontonagon the rest of this ball game. Jackie Stewart down the lane, layup, no good. Rebound, Jolene Anderson, put back, no good. Gets her own rebound up off the glass, no good. And the ball finally pulled down by Gina White for Ontonagon. The Trojans with 3 easy looks at the basket, maybe a little tight, Brendan. Amber Veldman for 3, top of the key, no good. Rebound, Anderson, she pulls it down, got Nikki Williams on the streak, left side. Nikki goes down the lane and will be called for an offensive foul as Michelle Schmaz with good position. Nikki lost the handle of the ball, Brennan. She wanted to go around her, but the ball came up between her.
Well, Schmaz had great position. I think all Nikki Williams did was pretty much step on her foot and maybe nick her in the stomach, but Nikki Williams, not much of a charge on that one.
So anyhow, the foul does go against the Trojans. Back quickly the other way we come. Veldman on the dribble. Left hand swings to Gina White. Baseline Wiesinger back to White. They've got Dupuis in the middle. Anna Ryan on the bench with 3 fouls. Nobody in foul trouble for the Trojans. Julie Hautala with 2 in that first half. Veldman moving the ball around the top of the key to Schmaz. She's going to drive baseline. Feeds into Dupuis. Dupuis is fouled by Julie Hautala, and she picks up her 3rd. And Dupuis will go to the free throw line for 2 to try to cut this to a 3-point ball game. 6 minutes, 43 seconds to go in the third quarter of action. Forest Park on top, 28-23. Only one 3-pointer for the Trojans in that first half, right, Brendan? I believe.
Jenny Hagelin hit the one off the bank.
Dupuy's first free throw is good. Boy, she really extends her arms and leans out over the line. Does not step over the line, but gets it way up there. High arcing shot. Second one off the front of the air. No good. Rebound is tipped around. Controlled by Ontonagon. And Belbin now jumper free throw line. That one is tipped and will go out of bounds. Last touch by Ontonagon before Park basketball. 28-24. Trojans need to get under control and to set some offense and get some points on the board. Trojans quickly break the Gladiator press up court to Nikki Williams. However, Trojans not attacking, Brennan. They sometimes get in that mode where they play not to lose instead of playing to win. Down low to Julie. Julie goes up for the shot. Hits the deck hard, and then one of the schmas comes down on Julie's head. She'll draw the foul. The basket no good. But Huddle will shoot free throws. And the foul goes against Erin Dupuy, number 21, her third foul. So the two pivot positions for Ontonagon, both with 3.
Well, I really think more than anything, Forest Park needs to settle down. Forest Park has missed more than 3 layups tonight, and that's very uncharacteristic. It's obvious they're still a little bit tight, and I'm sure that'll hopefully get through that by the mid-third quarter.
Julie hits the first free throw. Second one on the way, and that's also good. 30-24, a 6-point Trojan lead. They've led the entire ball game. Ontonagon did tie the game score at 6. Veldman jumper free throw line, no good. Rebound Nicole Johnson in the paint. Johnson hands off to Jackie Stewart. Jackie's got Nikki on the wing. And now Jackie on a dribble gets bumped by Schmaz, and they've got to call it. She knows that she ran into her from behind as Jackie was going to the left baseline. Ball goes against Michelle Schmaz, her second and the second team foul in the second half. Both teams with 2 fouls here in the second half. Jackie inbounds to Nikki Williams, down to Julie in the baseline. Back to Jackie in the paint. Jackie fires one up off the glass. No good. Rebound Dupuy. She hands off to Veldman. We're back the other way. Amber Veldman now stopped at midcourt. Double team by Nicole Johnson. Now finally gets it down in the baseline to Wiesinger. The ball loose, tipped out to Gina White, top of the key. Back to Wiesinger. Jolene Anderson had a hand in on that last defensive play. Now to White to Veldman. Veldman right wing. Forest Park playing a 1-3-1 zone defense right now, capable of playing several different ones. Ball, great pass by Veldman, goes in the paint to Dupuy, cutting down. She wrapped it around Jolene Anderson, and Dupuy will be right back at the free throw line. Ball goes against Jackie Stewart. They indicate number 13 on the scoreboard. We have no number 13, Brendan. So we'll give it to Jackie because I'm sure that was who was called on. We have a timeout on the court by the Trojans. 30-24, a full timeout. We'll take a break after this on WIKB. Broadcasters hold their annual meeting tomorrow morning here at on the campus of Northern in one of the buildings, and I'll be able to go to that meeting. Brendan will be voting on all UP performers. Dupuy back to live action, misses her first free throw. She will get one more. And we'll pick the all-class teams, the teams of the year, and coaches of the year, things like that. So that's coming up tomorrow. And several Trojan players and Wycon players stand to receive postseason honors. Dupuy hits the second free throw. It's a 5-point ball game. Jackie Stewart now up in the front court, goes to Jolene Anderson, out to Julie, top of the key. Julie is going to drive down the lane, layup one-handed, no good, and another layup that the Trojans miss. Ball loose on the floor. Julie fires it up off the glass. Again, no good. Rebound, Gina White. Sloppy basketball, folks. This is not the Trojans. They may have heard that Dimitrovic was not going to play for Ontonagon and had a letdown, and we're already thinking ahead to Rapid River, but they've got to win this ball game to get there, folks. If they keep screwing around, they're going to be on the sideline. Veldman in the paint. Amber Veldman gets called for a travel. She couldn't quite stop her motion and took an extra step there.
Nearly 3.5 minutes through this third quarter. Forest Park a couple free throws, and that's it.
That's because they missed all their layups. They should have come out of the locker room a little sooner, maybe had some practice. Coach Sherry Huddle kept the girls in the locker room a long time at halftime. Here's Jackie Stewart down the lane. Guess what? Missed the layup. Jolene Anderson there for the putback. She missed it, but got her own rebound and finally hit it. So the Trojans with the first field goal in the second half, almost exactly halfway through this quarter. 32-25 is your score right now. In the front court, Wiesinger out to Veldman, top of the key. Over to Schmaus for three. Right side, no good. Rebound off the hands of Anderson. Nikki Williams pulls it down, though, and Nikki on the fly coming up to center court. Looks to Jackie Stewart, left wing. Jackie pulls it down, controls back to Julie Huddle at top of the key. Jolene out. Anderson still near midcourt. Three-pointer on the way by Jackie, no good. Rebound, Julie. Julie drives lane, shot up. Blocking ball will go again. Number 33, that's Lucas in the ball game, and Julie Huddle will go back to the free throw line. Julie's going to need a hot tub tonight, Brennan, because she's gotten pasted every time she's in the paint.
Why Ontonagon is doing such a great job rebounding is they're blocking the Forest Park shooters out. They've done a great job of that all night. Forest Park just hasn't been able to get inside position.
Huddle at the free throw line to shoot two, 32-25. 3 minutes, 56 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Julie hits the first one. Brendan, you've heard of Son of Swami. In fact, you interviewed him. Tom Bean, Mr. Never Heard of Swami, the other night at the Carney game, had the line being 10 points for the Trojans. And, of course, they won by 12, so I got to give him credit for that one. No prediction for tonight's ball game. No, he didn't know enough about Ontonagon, but we'll pump him for Rapid River should the Trojans hang on and win. Hodela hits second free throw, 34-25. And now in the front court, Schmaz to Pattison back in the game. Keep an eye on her, folks. Pattison, right wing to Veldman. Veldman, long three-pointer. That will hit nothing but air as it goes out of bounds. She was two steps behind the line, Brennan. That was not her range.
Well, Feldman trying to do a little bit too much. She's trying to take over this game. She knows she's the best player out there for Ontonagon. She's trying a little bit too hard.
Hodela to inbound.
Julie Hodela 7 for 7 from the free throw line tonight.
And that's not characteristic of her either. Pass comes up court to Jolene Anderson. Now Jolene will wait till the Trojans clear the center court line and goes to Hodela at the top of the key. Jolene will get into her position on the baseline, calling for the ball. Skip pass over to Nikki Williams. Williams for three, right side. Good. Nikki Williams. First open look she'd had tonight, Brennan. We've got a timeout on the court. The Trojans now lead by 12, 37-25. It hasn't been pretty, folks, but the Trojans are on top right now. Back after this. Down the paint, dishes off to Ann Ryan back in the ball game. Ryan with the basket and is fouled by Jackie Stewart. That will be the fourth team foul. Ryan cuts the lead back to 10 for the Trojans, and Annie Ryan will be at the free throw line to convert to three-point play. Free throws on the way, and that's good. 37-28. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter of play. The winner to play Rapid River Wednesday night at 7 o'clock here at Hedgecock Fieldhouse for the regional championship. Jackie Stewart in the front court. Over to Nikki Williams. Back to Nicole Johnson, top of the key. Nicole on a dribble to Jackie. They're trying to find Nikki. Nikki open again for a three. This one off the front of the iron. She was one step behind where she was last time. Came up a little bit short. 37-28. Trojans on top by 9. Feldman up to Annie Ryan. Ryan drives baseline, overlays, rebound Julie Hodela. Julie swings off to Jackie, left side. Jackie left-hand dribble up to the front court. Back to Julie, top of the key. Julie's got the three, but now she's going to drive down the lane and has to adjust her body. Her shot's no good, but rebound there for the putback, Jolene Anderson. Julie saw an opening, Brennan, at the last second. She had to kind of twist her body so she wouldn't take the charging ball and threw the ball up off the glass. Jolene for the putback. In the front court now, Feldman. Now will settle her team. 39-28, 11-point ball game. Rapid River won that first game. Here's Veldman's three-pointer, no good. Rapid River over Bessemer, 49-32 in the first game. In the paint, we're going to have a blocking foul called, I believe, on Jolene Anderson against Schmaz. She tries to go baseline. Anderson will indeed pick up the fall. Jenny Heglin is going to come off the bench for the Trojans. Tomorrow night's ball games, as we told you, West Iron plays the second game against Gwynn, 7 o'clock local time. Gary Scalcucci's pregame show will be at 6:45. The early game at 5 o'clock local time, Rudyard against the Hancock Bulldogs. And the winner plays the early game then on Wednesday night of the Wycon game. The Trojans, should they win tonight, would play the late game. Here's another fall on Jolene Anderson on the inbound pass. Jolene gets called for a foul against Annie Ryan, and now Anderson picks up her third foul, Brendan. So both centers playing with 3 fouls on the court. Ryan at the free throw lines. First free throw off the iron, no good. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Second one is on the way. That one is short and tracked down off the hands of Julie Haudel and out of bounds. Julie was right there, and I think she felt Amber Veldman on her back. Brennan just lost it. Again, it's just been an ugly game tonight. Inbound pass comes in the corner. Shot by number 31 for another three-pointer. That's Kristina Pattison, her third three-pointer of the night. And like I said, folks, she was the 4th player off the bench tonight. Actually, that makes her number 10 on the team because Debbie Dimitrovic not even suited up. Julie now tries to drive, swings to Nikki Williams. Trojans haven't been able to do much against this zone defense all night. Now they go down low. Nikki feeds to Jolene. Jolene misses the easy layup. Jerry Haudel not happy. It's 39-31. Forest Park's played from the lead all night long. Closest Ontonagon was at 6-6. About a couple minutes into the first quarter of action. Veldman, top of the key. Ontonagon keeps hanging around. Here's a three-pointer on the way by Gina White. No good. Rebound, Pattison. Pattison on the left corner to Veldman. Back to Pattison. To Veldman. Left baseline. She gets around Jolene Anderson, running one-hander. No good. Rebound in the paint. Nicole Johnson, but saved out to Gina White. Out to Pattison for 3. And she gets... Kristina Pattison hits the three-pointer and then is fouled by both Julie Haudela and Nikki Williams. Both ran out and ran into her. Count the basket, and Pattison will be at the free throw line to convert the 4-point play. We're waiting. The foul goes against Nikki Williams, Brendan. That's the 7th team foul, so Ontonagon now will be in a bonus situation the rest of the way. But where did this Pattison come from?
It's got to be said, Kristin Patterson is en fuego, 4 for 4 three-pointers. She got drilled on that one.
Free throw is good, and it's a 4-point play. It's a 4-point game. 39-35. Pattison now on called for a foul on the reach-in against Jackie Stewart. That will be the 4th team foul, but the first on Pattison. And the Trojans talking amongst themselves, Jackie Stewart and Nikki Williams. They lead by 4.
I really think Coach Bronte's got something to base his offense around next year now.
Next year, or maybe Wednesday night. Nikki Williams back to Jackie Stewart. 30 seconds to go, over to Jenny Hagelin. Hagelin, one dribble back to Jackie. Jackie lob pass down to Jolene. Left-hand shot off the iron. No good. Rebound, Schmaz. Michelle Schmaz off to Amber Veldman. Up in the front court to Annie Ryan. Back to Schmaz. To Veldman, free throw line. She drives in the lane. Shot blocked by Anderson. And Veldman with her own rebound. Off the foot. Picked up by Gina White. Gina to Schmaz. Back to White. Back to Veldman. Over to Pattison. Now to Veldman, top of the key. Pattison hanging around this left-hand side, outside the three-point arc. Back to Veldman, over to White with 3 seconds. And from the corner, Schmaz at the buzzer, but there's a foul just before the buzzer goes. It'll be a loose ball foul against Ontonagon. That will be the end of the third quarter. And foul will be against Ontonagon, number, I believe, Pattison against Julie Haudela. We are in a ball game, folks. 39-35. Stay with us. We'll come back with the 4th quarter after this. Have the ball to start the 4th quarter. Steve Plow and Brendan Plow bringing you all this action, and it hasn't been pretty, folks, but the Trojans continue to lead by 4. Here's a pass down low to Jolene Anderson. She's challenged in the paint, and again, they're going to go back to what works the best. Michelle Schmaz is called for the foul. Doesn't necessarily work the best, Brendan, but it's going to put Jolene Anderson at the free throw line where she's a very good weapon.
More than anything, I think Coach Howell is trying to get the Trojans open for an easy layup to get them going off of that. Forest Park having very difficult time getting inside, and once they have, they just haven't converted.
During that quarter break, I looked down into the Ontonagon huddle, and the girls were looking intently into the eyes of their coach, Dick Fronte. I mean, really, you could tell that they were into the game. They were into what he was saying. And the Trojan huddle off to my right, I could not see, but Anderson hits the first free throw, misses the second one, but Jackie Stewart comes down with the rebound. Good job by Jackie to land the Giants. Her pass into Julie Haudela. Julie overlays off the glass. Forced the shot that time. And the rebound on Ontonagon. Back the other way we come. 40-35, a 5-point game. 7.5 to go in the 4th quarter. Pattison now left wing. Swings over to Gina White. Back to Pattison, top of the key. She goes in the paint to Annie Ryan. Ryan shoots over Jolene Anderson, banks one in off the glass. She arcs it in there, and good. 40-37. Here's a lob pass down low to Jolene, and her shot blocked by Schmaz. Schmaz comes down with the loose ball, and Ontonagon comes back with a chance to tie. Veldman over to White to Schmaz. Baseline back to White, top of the key to Veldman. Over to White. Ontonagon now ranked number 3 by the UP Sports Writers. Here's a travel by Annie Ryan in the paint as they move the ball around. Ontonagon was 3rd, Forest Park 4th in the last poll.
And Kristina Pattison, she will not move from that left wing on offense. She sets up, she's waiting for a shot, and it could kill Forest Park if she keeps hitting it.
I wouldn't let her move. If I was a coach, I'd put cement shoes on her. I'd paint her shoes on the floor so she knew where to stand every time. In the front court, Jolene Anderson drives baseline. Her shot no good as she had a layup on the baseline. Jolene goes down, hits the deck as she tries to rebound. Veldman back the other way over to Pattison. Pattison lobs into Ryan and stolen by Jackie Stewart. Good job by Jackie. Julie Hodela picks up the loose ball.
Really a big play by Jackie Stewart. Knowing to want to go for the steal, she did a great job on that. It could be a momentum shift right here.
Well, they just threw it away. Jackie and Julie know each other so well. Julie faked like she was going to go back door. Jackie threw the pass, but Julie didn't go. Picked off by Veldman, who comes down court and goes coast to coast, picks up the shot, and it's a one-point ball game. 6 minutes and 11 seconds to go. Forest Park leads by 1, 40-39. Pass to Julie down the baseline. Jackie Stewart looked and then drove the length of the court, hit Julie coming in on the baseline, and hits the easy layup.
I think Jackie Stewart did an ill-advised play, dribbling through the whole pressure. I'm sure Coach Holler didn't want her to do it. She did a great job of creating an easy shot for Julie.
42-39. Here's Veldman. Kicks back to, well, the ball loose on the floor. Wiesinger's got a save in the backcourt. Now she picks up. Jenny Hagelin got a hand on that last one. Wiesinger now back to Veldman. Veldman's played a long game. Wiesinger, Veldman. Ember's done a good job, too. Pattison now top of the key. That's not her spot. Back to Veldman. Back to Pattison. She's going to let it go from the top of the key, and she hit it. Kristina Pattison, folks, has been the story in this tournament so far. MVP, as far as I'm concerned. She hits her 5th three-pointer. We are tied. 42-42. 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go. We have a timeout on the floor. The Trojans need to get their house in order. We'll be back after this. Tell you what, folks, the noise in this gymnasium is coming from the Ontonagon fans. As the Trojan fans, and there are a lot of them, a lot of red and black off to my right, are stunned by these results. Trojans with the basketball. Game tied at 42. Forest Park has never been behind in this ballgame. Julie Hodela now with the basketball. Long cross-court pass to Jenny Hagelin down to Nikki Williams from the corner. And Nikki with the three-pointer answers Pattison right back. The Trojans back on top by 3. Tina White, Ontonagon, folks, has played a valiant game. Their leading scorer and rebounder did not even suit up for tonight's game. They played their hearts out. Here's a miss by Gladiators. Rebound, Jenny Hagelin. She gets it off to Julie Hodela. Julie's got Nikki on the corner baseline, but Julie passes over to Jackie instead. Stewart will drive in the paint, goes up for the left-hand layup, overlays it, but she'll draw the foul. Forest Park's shooting percentage is horrible tonight, folks. I mean, they shot better from three-point range than they've shot on their layups. Right?
We got to get a little bit excited here, Dad. 45-42, Forest Park starting to make their run. That's what the fans have been waiting for. A big shot from Nikki in the corner. Jackie picking up the foul, and this could be Forest Park's run.
You telling me to get pumped, boy? Are you telling me to pick it up a little here? Okay, Stewart. Hang in there, folks. We're going to try to make it exciting for you. Stewart rolls it in and went around the rim 3 times. I've been just waiting for the last 4 minutes here, Brendan. We're at 4:31 to go. The Trojans lead by 4. Second one is on the way. That one is no good. The ball tipped by Julie Hodela back out to Jackie, and Jackie controls. Now to Julie. Back to Jackie, top of the key. She goes back to Julie. Left baseline, 3 on the way. In and out. Rebound tapped by Anderson, but controlled by Veldman for Ontonagon. She's got a Tina White in front of her. White goes down the lane. Shot good. Tina White, and she's fouled by Nikki Williams. You can't let her make the shot, Brendan, if you're going down there. Nikki was there, tried to finesse the block, and draws the foul. Plus, the basket is good by White. She's got a chance for the three-point play. 46-42 right now. Forest Park on top by 4. 4 minutes and 14. They just put up the score. I'm sorry, 46-44. And White will have the free throw to make it a one-point game. She hits it. 46-45. Jenny Hagelin now inbounds to Jackie Stewart. Stewart guarded by Feldman. Jackie dribbles through the pressure and will be fouled, and this will put her back at the free throw line. Both teams are in the bonus situation here the rest of this way. 4 minutes and 6 seconds to go. Stewart will be at the line. Foul goes against number 35. That is Gina White. And we've got another timeout. It's a 20-second break, so we'll take one short pause, folks, and be right back.
Stop it.
Fans give their team, the Ontonagon fans give their team a huge ovation as they come out of this timeout. Jackie Stewart at the free throw line. It's the 1-and-1 situation. She's got to make the first to get the second. First one's on the way and good. This is where you expect your seniors to step up, Brennan, and Jackie, Julie, and Jolene are the three seniors on the Forest Park Trojan roster. This could be their last game. Second one off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound batted out by Jolene Anderson, goes out of bounds. Last touch by her. Ontonagon basketball. Trojans lead by 2.
This is when what you worked on in practice, the defense that nobody liked. This is where it comes in handy. Forest Park needs to step it up, deny the ball, and not let Kristina Pattison get open for a 3.
Defense and the conditioning. Pattison 5 for 5. Feldman now in the paint to Annie Ryan. Ryan shot off the glass, no good. Jolene, like an animal, goes for the rebound and yanks it out of the crowd. Hands off to Jackie Stewart. Shot was blocked partially, and then Anderson with the rebound. Nikki Williams now in the front court to Jackie Stewart. Jackie's got Julie in the paint, but can't find her. Now Nikki goes down to Julie. Julie turns, drives off the glass, rolls it in. Good. Outlaw with the basket. 4-point lead, 49-45. Ontonagon may be running out of gas, Brendan, but the Trojans are too, because they had a tough game Friday, and here they play again Monday. The Trojans faced off and knocked off Kearney Friday night in that district championship. Feldman in the paint, off the glass. She arced one over the hands of Jolene Anderson, who was up in the air, and banged it home. 49-47. That was a clutch shot by Feldman. Outlaw in the front court, goes in the paint to Jolene. Jolene off the glass, gets the shot, no fall. She hits the deck, but counts the bucket. 51-47. Ontonagon has never led in this ballgame. Here comes Feldman back. Again, Jackie Stewart stepped up. Poor defense that time. Feldman saw the opening. Jackie tried to step out. Picks up her 3rd foul. That's the 10th team foul against the Trojans. So Feldman will be at the free throw line, and she will shoot 2. Trojans lead by 4. 2 minutes, 49 seconds to go, Brennan.
Ontonagon will be in the double bonus from here on out. Any more fouls on the Trojans? Forest Park really needs to step it up on D.
Feldman at the line. First free throw is on the way, and it's perfect. She's been the leader of this team. She averaged, over the course of the season, only 12.4 points per game, but she's been running the show tonight. 51-48, second free throw. This one no good, but rebounded by Annie Ryan. Ryan throws it back up, no good. And now we're going to have a ball. Well, we're going to see what the call is here. Ryan's shot was no good. And on the battle for the rebound, there's going to be a loose ball foul called against Ontonagon, and it goes against Annie Ryan. So we walk back the length of the court the other way. Off to my right, and going to the free throw line will be Julie Hautala, who had inside position. Annie Ryan, the center for Ontonagon, picks up her 4th foul. She's played a good game too, Brendan. She's only 5'9", giving up 5 inches to Jolene Anderson.
Well, also it's been the rest of the defense has done a good job collapsing and covering Jolene.
Julie Hautala gets the shooter's roll on the first free throw. Goes through. That was the 9th team foul, so she needed to make the first to get this second one, and that one is also good. Julie, phenomenal from the free throw line tonight. 53-48, a 5-point lead. But folks, stay with us right to the end of this one, because who knows what's going to happen. Pattison has been the hot number for the Gladiators. 5 for 5 from the three-point line. Gina White, here comes Pattison, but quickly challenged by Julie Hautala. Now Feldman drives in the paint, loses the handle on it. Ball comes loose, and Jackie Stewart's got it. She got Nikki breaking on the wing. Jackie can't get the pass to Nikki. Tried to do too much that time. Ontonagon is going to take a timeout. 2:22 to go, 4th quarter. Trojans on top by 5. Come back, folks. We'll be back.
Regarding
Averaging about 68 points per game offensively. They've been held down tonight, but mostly they've shot themselves in the foot.
Forest Park has made a lot of mental mistakes, driving the lane, not converting the layups. I think Jackie's right before the half where she missed was a real crucial play when Pattison came back and hit. That was her 2nd 3 that she hit right before the half. Now she's gone on a streak, 5 in a row for Kristina Pattison. That's what killed Forest Park.
I have to believe that perhaps the Trojans looking ahead to Rapid River on Wednesday night, knowing that they won. The Trojans were here early enough to see that game. Ontonagon traveling here in style tonight, Brennan. They rented or chartered a James Transit bus. The Trojans coming on. Pattison just hit her 6th three-pointer. And it's amazing, folks. 53 to 51. The Trojans remain on top. Kristina Pattison has not missed a shot tonight, and they've all been from the three-point range. She's far and away the leading scorer in this game. That might teach you something, Brennan, that Ontonagon came up here in style and those nice coaches. Trojans rode the yellow school bus.
Maybe you'll have to talk to Coach Huddle if they continue.
Here's Jackie Stewart now. The Trojans still lead by 2. 1 minute, 35 seconds to go. Jackie Stewart goes into Julie Huddle, stolen by Schmaz, and she hands off to Veldman. Ontonagon comes back. Their fans on their feet. They've got the chance to tie. 53-51. Veldman, or go ahead to Pattison. Back to Veldman. Over to Gina White. Down to Veldman. Drives baseline against Jolene, and Jolene mugs her. Amber Veldman will go to the free throw line. Jolene Anderson just hammered her, and she got beat. Coach wants an intentional foul, but she'll be shooting 2 fouls anyhow as both teams Ontonagon in a double bonus situation. Forest Park needs 1 more foul by Ontonagon. Veldman's been hitting her free throws tonight too, Brendan. We could be looking at a tie again. 1:14 to go here for fourth quarter action, folks. The winner plays again Wednesday night, and the loser will go home. Veldman misses the first free throw. Trojans need to get rebound position now.
Well, some people might say after this game, if the Mitchell was playing, it would be in a runaway for Ontonagon, but Veldman has really stepped up along with Pattison and really opening a lot of things up.
Second free throw is missed, and Julie Huddle pulls it down. Julie quickly up to Nikki. Nikki is 3-on-2 break, but again, the uniform colors so much alike, I don't think she saw Nikki coming down the left side. Now, Julie Huddle on the dribble. The Trojans lead by 2. The Trojans are going to try to take the air out of the ball. We are under a minute to go. Huddle now to Jackie Stewart. Jackie back to Julie. Way out near midcourt. Now to Nicole Johnson. She passes to Jackie, and the ball tipped in the backcourt. We'll have a foul called against Amber Veldman. Ontonagon needed to stop the clock, Brendan. But the Trojans' dangerous keep away here right near the center court line.
Well, I think if Coach Howard knew Julie's numbers tonight, 9 for 9 for the free throw line, just give her the ball and let her hang on to it.
Another timeout on the court. Ontonagon takes another break. Forest Park leads by 2. 49 seconds to go. Fourth and final quarter, folks. Back after this. Stay tuned following the conclusion of this game. Solid gold music and Doug Zamp right up until 11 o'clock tonight on WIKB. Jackie Stewart at the free throw line to shoot 2. First free throw is perfect. Again, I can't say enough, folks. Senior leadership. Leave the ball in the hands of Jackie, Julie right now, and Nikki Williams. And the Trojans will win this game. Second free throw is no good, but Anderson with the rebound. Jolene can't get the foot back. Ball tipped out of bounds, saved by Julie Huddle, but right into the hands of Ontonagon. Veldman quickly on the fly. Julie rushing to get down court. Pattison for 3. Finally missed one. She is human. Superwoman missed one.
And you could hear every heart stop for a second there. She wasn't set. If she was set on that one, that would have been money.
And that was for the tie, 54-51. Trojans under pressure now on the inbound. Give it to Jackie Stewart. Stewart on the dribble. Now slows it down. Still, she's tied up at center court, but now gets the ball to Julie. Julie loses the handle of it, and it goes out of bounds. She can't save it. Julie Huddle just lost the handle of it, Brennan. She tried to make a move. 23 seconds to go. Ontonagon will come back again with a chance to tie, and they've got the ball. Clock starts 22-21. Veldman now into the front court. Over to Gina White, right wing, back to Veldman. She makes a move on Nikki Williams to Pattison. Down baseline to Schmaz. Schmaz travels. She picked up her foot and travels. Michelle Schmaz, they were trying to find Pattison, but she traveled on the play. The Trojans get the ball back. 11 seconds to go. Full court pressure by Ontonagon. Inbounds to Jackie. Jackie breaks the press. She's at midcourt. Now looks into front court to Nicole Johnson. Over to Nikki Williams. Back to Julie. Going baseline. Julie down to Jolene. 2 seconds at the buzzer. Shot is good, and the Trojans will move on to the regional championship. 56-51 on a shot at the buzzer. The Trojans will play Rapid River Wednesday night. Same time, same place, folks. Gina Pattison, the lead player for Ontonagon, to come out and shake hands. And nobody from Ontonagon should hang their head. Amber Veldman with tears down in front of me, though. She played her heart out. Ontonagon Gladiators played their heart out tonight without their floor leader, leading scorer. Give credit to the Trojans that they hung on, but it was a struggle. They know they were in a battle, Brennan. It was a war.
Well, it's been an all great game. This is all you can expect. Can imagine what Forest Park's feeling right now, and unfortunately what Ontonagon's feeling. They can't hang their heads. As you said, they played a great game. Nothing to be ashamed of.
The Trojans win 56-51, your final score, in a game much closer than preliminary indications would have been. The Ontonagon Gladiators will finish an excellent season, tremendous season, at 22-2. The Forest Park Trojans now have notched their 20th win of the season and move on to the regional championship. We will come back with the final scoring and statistics right after this.
Gary Sales.